Ruy Lopez opening, Berlin, El Hermit variation, 6.dxe5. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. A typical answer is e5, which builds a position in the middle, controls d4, and frees up the queen and bishop on the dark square. The move nf3 advances the knight toward the center, engages the e5 piece in combat, and sets up a castle. nc6 defends the pawn on e5, advances the knight toward the center, and scans the d4 square. The Ruy Lopez opening develops the bishop to immediately attack the knight on c6, the lone defender of the e5 pawn. nf6 advances the knight and engages in an attack on the exposed e4 pawn. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. nxe4 captures the e4 pawn and places the knight in the center of the board, where it controls many important squares. d4 opens up the center, attacks the e5 pawn and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. d6 retreats the knight to a central square, where it attacks the bishop on b5. dxe5 opens up the center, captures the e5 pawn and attacks the knight on d6. This is the only move that works. This is the way to win a knight. This allows the knight to control more squares. Capturing that knight wins material. Recaptures. Backs off. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. This is the only good move. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This blocks the check from an opposing queen. This moves the queen to safety. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This moves the queen to safety. It is the last book move. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening.